Hey everyone, my name is Tejaswini and welcome to our third class, that is our third session. If you've joined for the first time, अगर पहली बार आप ये video देख रहे हो, तो let me tell you, we already have 2 sessions up on YouTube. तो इसके पहले session 1 और session 2, एक introduction और एक basic sentence pattern के 2 classes, they have been uploaded on YouTube. So make sure that you watch them before you jump to the third session, which is today's session. And for everyone who has joined for the third time, that is directly for this session, I welcome you all back. Today we are going to learn about family. Okay, so one of the most important topics, I know, family, कि जैसे कोई relation explain करना है या फिर हमें किसी को बताना है कि if you're out with people, if you're out with somebody in particular, and if someone walks up to us and asks कि अरे ये कौन है, who is this, or like introduce, तो easy होता है ना कि अरे हाँ, this is my mother, brother, sister, or whoever, friend. So let's talk about family today. The word for family in Japanese is kazoku. Okay, so we are going to learn about kazoku, watashi and kazoku. Okay, so watashi no kazoku. Yes, this may sound a little gibberish today, but do not worry, I'm coming to this part in a bit. First, let's quickly understand the vocabulary list. है ना, फटाक से जान लेते हैं कौन कौन से शब्द, कौन कौन से वर्ड्स आज हमें लगने वाले हैं. I'll quickly tell you the pronunciations of each one of them. I'll take a second or 2 seconds pause after every word so that as soon as I say the word, you can repeat after me. है ना, तो जैसे आपकी भी practice हो जाएगी. चलो, अब आप देख पा रहे हो, there are 2 columns here. One is mine and one is your. Why is that? Let me quickly explain this first. Basically, किसी और language में, any other language, if you notice, it's my family and somebody else's family, correct? या फिर my mother and then someone else's mother, like my mother and your mother. So mother, your father, your brother, all these words remain as they are. They stay as they are. वो नहीं change होता है. The only part that changes is my or your. Whereas Japanese में my or your के साथ साथ the word also changes. Basically, my mother is my mother, but someone else's mother, okay, the word for that changes and it becomes something else. Of course, not the person, the word, I mean the meaning. So let's quickly understand कि my को क्या बोलते हैं and someone else's family को अगर address करना है, तो what are the words for those, okay? My father is Chichi. Chi. Chichi. Someone else's father, that is your father, someone else's father, is Oto-san. Oto-san. Now, if you notice, I am taking, like I'm stretching the O sound a little. I'm elongating, I'm like stretching the sound. That is Oto-san. And I'm not saying Oto-san. Why is that? Because in Japanese, whenever you see the U sound, okay, whenever you see an U sound after an O sound, मतलब O के बाद अगर आपको U दिखता है या किसी भी O sound के बाद, if you see the word, the character U, that means, that indicates, that represents कि वो word को आपको stretch करना. You have to stretch the pronunciation of the O sound. Okay, so again quickly, my father is Chichi, someone else's father is Oto-san. My mother is haha. It's not a joke, I know. The word for my mother is haha. Someone else's mother is Oka-san. I've written a double A just to make sure that you understand. क्योंकि A's को कोई rule नहीं होता है. But for you to understand, Oka-san में भी A का जो pronunciation है, you have to stretch that. So Oka-san. My elder brother is Ani. Ani. Someone else's elder brother is Oni-san. My elder sister, Ane. Someone else's elder sister is One-san, and not Oni again, it's One. One-san. My younger brother is Ototo. Again, the O sound has to be stretched. Someone else's younger brother is Ototo-san. Now the word here doesn't change. The word Ototo doesn't change, but there is a san after it. Okay, now if you all have seen any anime, या अगर आपने anime देखा है, Japanese movies देखी है, series देखी है, you must have heard this word san, no, बहुत बारी, and that is particularly used after you are addressing a person. Okay, so जैसे मेरा नाम तेजस्विनी है, so if someone's talking to me, they'll say Tejaswini san. Okay, या फिर Mr. Nani Nani san, Miss somebody san. Okay, why is that? So in Japan, the word san is quite popular and is addressed out of respect. Basically, whenever you're talking to anyone, okay, be it your elder, be it an elder person, be it your colleagues, be it your boss, of course, boss se to karna hi chahiye, be it a stranger, shopkeeper, like literally you're walking on the road and you meet somebody, anyone and everyone. Okay, unless and until that the person is really, really close to you, or like it's your girlfriend or like a wife to you, you don't address people by just their name. Okay, that's considered to be extremely disrespectful. तो यहाँ पे जैसे मिस मिसेस होता है, वो हम लोग की बहुत ही फॉर्मल कॉन्वर्सेशंस में यूज करते हैं, करेक्ट, मिसेस somebody, मिस्टर somebody, बट वहां पे ऐसे नहीं होता है. वहां पे इवन इफ यू यूज सन, है ना, तो वो ऐसे नहीं होता है कि अरे एकदम फॉर्मल कर लिया. नो, नॉट रियली, बट दैट इज यूज्ड आउट ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट. Of course, whenever you're having a formal conversation, there is absolutely no doubt that you have to use this word. But even if you're talking to someone who is, say, not elder to you, but is a stranger, suppose I meet somebody who is like 2 years younger to me, okay, but is a stranger to me, I'll still address that person by that person's name and son after it. Okay, so this basically indicates the same thing. So younger brother, the word is ototo, but now that we're talking about someone else's younger brother and not our own younger brother, we say ototo san. Okay, similarly, younger sister is imoto. Someone else's younger sister is imoto san. My grandfather is oji chan, and someone else's grandfather, oji san. My grandmother is oba chan, and someone else's grandmother is Oba-san. We're not done with the list yet, so we'll finish this and then of course we'll see what comes further. My daughter is Musme. Now here the word is written as Musume, but when you're pronouncing it, when you're saying it out loud, you say Musme and not Musume. Okay, so Musme, someone else's daughter, Musme-san. My son is Musko, same rule. Someone else's son, Musko-san. My husband is Shujin or Otto. Shujin or Otto. Someone else's husband is Go Shujin. Go Shujin. My wife is Suma. Okay, Suma or Kanai. Someone else's wife is Oksan and not Okusan. Oksan. The same, remember a similar word we did in our last session, which was Gakusei. Gakusei, it's written as Gakusei, which means a student. It's pronounced as Gakusei. Similarly, not Okusan, but Oksan. Be very, very careful when you're addressing someone else's wife, that is Oksan, and someone else's mother, which is Oka-sans. Okay, so don't call someone else's wife as their mother. Please don't do that. Avoid doing that mistake. Not avoid, in fact, don't do that mistake. Okay, moving on, we come to the main part now. So let's take an example that this is Tanaka. This is actually for your practice, so I wouldn't go in detail, but what I want you all to do is just take a screenshot of this and practice as and when you can. So refer to him as Tanaka. Okay, and now you need to frame sentences around his family members. How do you frame sentences is what we are going to learn in today's session. Okay, now if you remember in the last session, we had learned a particle wa, correct? Wa. I had told you that it highlights the subject of the sentence, correct? That's exactly what the wa particle is going to do here. It is going to highlight the subject, that is this kore. Of course, I'm coming to the meaning of it, but today we are going to learn another particle, which is no. Okay, no particle. So let's first try to understand what does the sentence mean. Now, if you see that any sentence in Japan ends with ka, sorry, not in Japan, like in Japanese language ends with ka, it means that that's a question. Okay, now since the Japanese language does not have punctuation marks, okay, even if at the end of a question there will be no question mark but a full stop, how do you figure out that? So normally a question ends with desu ka, okay, desu ka, and that's when you know that that's a question. Okay, so let's try to understand what does this question mean. Kore wa nani nani san no kazoku desu ka? Okay, now let's break the sentence, break the question, and try to understand the meaning of each word. Kore wa, kore, the word for kore, the English meaning of kore is this. Okay, this. Kore wa nani nani san no. Now, of course, there'll be a name here. Let's take a very common name, Amit, for example. Okay, so kore wa Amit san no go kazoku desu ka? Now, if you've observed, I replaced the word kazoku with go kazoku. Why is that? Because the same rule applies to this word as well. When I'm talking about my family, जब मैं मेरे family की बात कर रही हूँ, I use the word kazoku. But अगर मैं पूछ रही हूँ, क्या ये आपकी family है? क्या ये अमित सान की फैमिली है ना? क्या ये अमित की फैमिली है? तो that means I can't say अमित सान no kazoku. I have to use go kazoku out of respect. Okay. Now, if you guys see Koreva, okay, this Amit san no. Okay, now what does the particle no? How does the particle no play a role in this? So no basically means ki or ka. Okay, not the movie. I'm not talking about the movie here. I'm talking about Amit san ki family. So the key that you use in Hindi language, Amit san ki family hai kya? है ना? The key that you use, the no particle actually represents that. कि अमित सान का भाई है क्या? Okay, so the ka, the key that you use in Hindi is actually what the no particle represents. Okay, so is this Koreva, is this Amit san no Amit's family desu ka? That is go kazoku desu ka? Family hai kya? Okay, the answer to that, we'll come to that part later. That is one way of forming a question. Okay, now when do you ask this? Suppose if you're going to the market and you meet Amit and his family on the way, okay, and you say, hey Amit, how is it going? The basic greetings, and then you ask him, okay, Kore wa Amit-san no gokazoku desu ka? Okay, so you are asking Amit if that's his family. Now, you will find something really strange in this language. Yes, I know. So far, you will say, "Arey, sab strange hai," but don't worry, that's how this language works. So, ऐसा होता है ना कि when you're talking to a person in Japanese, even though the person is standing in front of you, वो आपके ठीक सामने खड़ा है, फिर भी आपको वो पर्सन को, वो इंसान को आपको नाम से एड्रेस करना है. तो अगर मेरे सामने भी अमित खड़ा होगा तो जनरली हम लोग दूसरी भाषाओं में कैसे बोलते हैं? इफ आई एम टॉकिंग टू हिम इन इंग्लिश आई से, हे अमित, इज दिस योर फैमिली? सो योर फैमिली, करेक्ट? इज दिस योर फैमिली? And he'll say yes or whatever. Or if I'm talking in Hindi, what do I say? Amit, क्या ये आपकी family है? तो आपकी, please remember, आपकी family है. But here, what happens is, कोरेवा, ये अमित सान नो, अमित की फैमिली है क्या? गोकाजोकु desu ka? Okay, so Amit san को ही पूछ रहा है क्या ये आपकी फैमिली है? Basically, the sentence means the same, but it's just we have to use his name with san, okay, the suffix, and no desu ka. Got it? I hope you did. Now the next part is, now ये तो family के बारे में हो गया. So if Amit is supposed along, he's walking down the street with his mother, or he's roaming in the market with his mother, and we have to ask him, hey Amit, is this your mother? ये आपकी मम्मी है क्या? How do you say? We say कोरेवा Amit san no oka-san desu ka? Okay, remember the word for someone else's mother is oka-san. Okay, so korewa Amit-san no oka-san desu ka? Is this your mother? Okay, now let's go to the answer part. Okay, now if I have to say, or if Amit has to say कि हाँ ये मेरी मम्मी है, हाँ ये मेरी family है, how do we say that? कोरेवा watashi no. Now if you remember in the second session, watashi के बाद हमने लगाया था wa, correct? If you remember, watashi wa Tejaswini desu, watashi wa sensei desu, तब हमारा sentence structure क्या था? मैं तेजस्विनी हूँ, correct? But now in this particular sentence, if you use watashi wa, the sentence would be ये मैं family हूँ. No, right? That's wrong. I am family. No, this is my family. So the word no or the particle no does that job. Watashi no is my or mine. So my family, my book, my bag, and not me. Not me family and me bag or me book. No, you have to say my family. So watashi no does that job. Okay. So once again, koreva, this, we are pointing to the family or we are pointing to the person, that's the subject. है ना, सब्जेक्ट क्या क्या है इसमें, फैमिली है, या सब्जेक्ट क्या है इसमें, उसकी मम्मी है, ये अमित की मम्मी है क्या, तो मम्मी के बारे में बात हो रही है, दैट्स व्हाई दैट्स द सब्जेक्ट. सो कोरेवा वाताशी नो मेरी माय काजोकु देस फैमिली है, मेरी फैमिली, दिस इज माय फैमिली. Okay, now if you want to add a yes after the question, somebody asks me, Tejaswini, is this your family? And I want to say, yes, this is my family. I say, hi, H-A-I, hi. Okay, H-A-I, hi means yes in Japanese. So I say, hi, kore wa watashi no kazoku desu. Okay, or the next answer would be, hi, kore wa watashi no haha desu. That means, yes, this is my mother. So, kore wa watashi no haha desu. Okay, now here is a trick for you. There is one particular word, like a group of word here in these boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these boxes can be eliminated while telling the answer. Do you know which one is that? Can you guess? Should I give you 2 seconds? Chalo de diye. Think, 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 think. I think most of you all must have gotten it right. Yes, it's watashi no. Why is that? हम क्यों eliminate कर सकते हैं watashi no? हम answer directly ऐसे भी दे सकते हैं, कोरेवा haha des. Why is that? Because, correct, absolutely right. Haha itself indicates कि वो मेरी ही मम्मी है. So I don't have to say watashi no again. Watashi no means मेरी, and मेरी मम्मी को सिर्फ मैं ही haha बुला सकती हूँ. That's why you can totally eliminate watashi no while answering. But does that mean it's incorrect if you add it to the sentence? Well, the answer is no. Even if you add it to the sentence, it's not incorrect. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so kore wa haha desu, kore wa watashi no haha desu. Okay, I hope you all have understood today's session. It was a super duper simple session. What I want you all to do is, of course, 2 things. One, if you have not understood anything, please go back in the video. Make sure you listen to every slide, everything that I've been telling since the first second, because I gave out a lot of information in this class. Okay, the third session was a little intense, I understand. तो थोड़ा सा पीछे जाइए, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया होगा. Make sure that you listen to the whole session again. Try to understand whatever things you've missed out on probably. Try to write things down. Pause कर करके video आप लिख सकते हो. In case, after listening to the whole video, if you still have any doubt, please make sure that you put your questions in the comment section below. Also, for today's homework, I want you all to pick 3 relations in your family. Okay? Basically, 3 relations aapko pick karne hai, be it your mother, father, brother, sister, grandmother, whoever, wife, son, daughter, any 3 relations, and write about them in hiragana. So what I want you all to do is write the answers basically. So kore wa watashi no chichi desu. Then kore wa. Pick 3 relations and write these 3 answers in hiragana in your notebook. Or of course, you know the drill. You can put them in the comments below. I will correct it then and there, and I will give you the feedback. Okay? I hope you all had fun in today's session as well. If you did, make sure you like the video, you share it with your friends. Of course, not just this one, but the previous ones too, so that they'll be able to grasp everything since the first session, since chapter 1. है ना? तो फटाफट share कीजिए, like कीजिए ये video को, and of course subscribe to our channel, because like I told you the last time, we are going to come up with a lot of new stuff, a lot of new content, fun content for all of y'all. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, stay tuned. Chapter number 4, that is session number 4, is super duper interesting. One of my favorite sessions coming up. Right, like मतलब जब भी आपका ये हो जाए पढ़ के तो वो देख ही लेना, आ ही गया होगा तब तक, है ना? तो coming up right at you in no time. See you in the next class. I hope you all had fun. Like I keep saying, your feedbacks are more than welcome. Put them in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. See you.